So, boo, full screen Andrew here. The episode you're about to watch has some some fucky bits, is the best way I'm going to put it here. So we recorded this. It was supposed to be a guest episode with Malkier Talks, Rob. For those of you that know him by Rob instead of Malkier Talks, so you should know him as both, really. If you don't know him, down below in the description, links to Twitter, YouTube, all of his podcast, all that kind of fantastic stuff. Go and check him out. The episode you're about to watch was supposed to be him being a guest on the Black Tower. Now he's still there, but pretty quickly on, I'm not, because there's a certain internet company who starts with an S and ends with a rum, that their one job is to maintain internet service, and they failed. So my internet went down like very early on in recording and wasn't going to come back for 2 hours. So Rob and Josh took over from there. Rob was kind enough to record what he was able to. Thank you. Oh, Rob, so much. Thank you so much. So much stress this week. Daniel also got held over because work told him he needed to stay later than usual. So he comes in a little later. So for a while, it's just Josh for a while, it's Josh, Rob, and I. Then for another little while, it's just Josh and Rob. Then it's Josh, Rob, and Daniel. But then, in typical Bubble of Evil fashion, Josh has to go. So then for the last little bit, it is just Daniel and Rob. That being said, we're still putting this episode out. Think of it more of like a bonus. There's nothing really topical about this episode. We do talk about some discussions that started on Twitter before the trailer release. So this video will be public after the trailer has released. I am recording this little part to warn you on September 2nd after going on the Dusty Wheel and talking about some parts for the trailer, about seeing Loghain's tank for the first time, that kind of stuff. So go back and watch Dusty Wheel if you want to see that little bit where I talked. Part 1, like 4 hours into it, somewhere around there. But go and watch that. The rest of this is hodgepodge, talk, bullshit. It's just a fun kind of episode that normally would just be a bonus thing, but this was supposed to be an episode, and the week is so busy. Josh is traveling, Daniel's working, I'm working. There's just not enough time for us to actually be able to record another one and try to get stuff done with the trailer for Wheel of Time having been released. So, quick warning, it's not so quick. We'll see how much this little bit that I've just talked about edits down to. Hi, Nezuko. It's Nezuko. Watch anime, you nerds. Anyway, here's the episode. I'm going to stop bullshitting and adding fluff to this. Enjoy. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Black Tower podcast. It is a Wheel of Time podcast, not to be confused with the other Black Tower. I don't know, but I'm sure there's another one out there somewhere.
Apparently, it's a wine company, which I find the irony astoundingly wonderful.
I like it. Anyway, I am your Bajan Mahale, Andrew. And I am joined by one of my co-hosts.
Soraban Mahale, Josh. That's the one.
Yeah. And
we do have another Mahale. He's running a little bit late tonight. He's on some Black Tower business. But he'll be here.
Yeah. He got held up by some guards in Camelin that wanted to ask more questions than they should have. So thought we had a treaty about that. Anyway.
Yeah, you're on our land. You gotta do what we say. Stupid.
Connection's kind of robotic for me. I don't know if it's my internet or your internet or what is happening.
Oh shit.
I don't know. I did speed test earlier and all my stuff was fine. Probably just Zoom, or it's me. I don't know. Zoom hasn't told me
Damn
I'm
it.
unstable again, so people are here for the mouth candy. Okay,
Here for the
interesting.
mouth candy.
Interesting choice of words. Interesting. Anyway, moving on. We'll keep the plugs brief, short, quick, and to the point. Um, Make sure you head over to blacktowerpod.com for all of your stuff, or all of our stuff, Black Tower, for you to enjoy, take part in, comment on how much you love it, how much you hate it, whatever you got to say about it, go for it. We've all got thick skin, and if we don't like what you have to say, we'll simply ignore it. But we do take
Ew.
constructive criticism, so if you do see something you think we could be doing better, or hear something that you think we could be doing better, please be sure to let us know. You can find links to all of our social media as well as our email and everything there on blacktowerpod.com. I think my internet just died.
The taint has taken out Andrew's internet, and the taint has also taken out Daniel's work life balance. So I called my very special friend in here, and this is totally not planned before, but Malkier Talks. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, thanks. Apparently I'm here to fill in for the bubble of evil that seems to have hit the Black Tower. And oh shit, Andrew just put in the live chat. 2 hours. Fuck, right. Just Andrew, come back in and just be an active listener. Yeah, it's good to be.
I was about to say he can't even hear us talking about him right now. If nothing else, this will be a really awesome little bonus recording for the patrons.
Welcome to the Black Tower bonus episode.
Black Tower bonus episode.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Welcome.
How you doing?
The chat is just killing it at the moment. This is great.
We call this the BTB, the Black Tower bonus.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. So what should we talk about on this bonus episode?
Do you know what? I kind of want to go back to the teleportation traveling conversation.
Fuck it, yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
I feel like that's controversial enough that will trigger like half of the people here.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to do that.
Yeah, especially if they're not a Trekkie, they'll be like, what the fuck?
So it was brought up on Twitter the other day that that traveling in the Wheel of Time is similar to Star Trek: The Next Generation teleportation, and Robert Jordan changed it because he didn't want it to be too similar to Star Trek. Now, I'm willing to say that, as from someone who has attempted to write books, not well, please, not well at all. Anybody reading my shit's like,
well, now I want to narrate something.
I'll send you a clip. But their claim was that Robert Jordan saw Star Trek, thought it was cool, put that into the books, and then later on kind of chickened out and was like, no, I don't want it to do that. I'm okay with saying, okay, we had an idea for this, but as the story progressed, as we started fleshing things out, things sort of evolved and changed. I don't think it's okay to make assumptions on why those changes were made. I just want to get that right out. But yeah, so kick that off for us, Rob. Like, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm going to start off with, so I got tagged in this. Thank you, Snakes and Foxes. Appreciate that. He knows I'm a Trekkie. So, I'm down with that. This is good. And then I got in late as well. I didn't see the tag straight away. So I was working at the time and I saw it, I don't know, a while later. And I was like, Star Trek, Wheel of Time. Now I've done a crossover live stream where we were like, let's take characters in Wheel of Time and say which Star Trek they're going to be in. Spoiler warning, we put none of them in Enterprise. Sorry, Jonathan Archer. And if you're not familiar with which one I meant then when I said Enterprise, go watch some Star Trek. But
I'm with you. Okay, I love Star Trek as well. I've got a really great story about drinking wine with the bridge crew of The Next Generation.
Ooh. All right. Well, this can
So we
that can
can
be
get
on
to
the
that maybe.
that can be on BTB as well. So
Hashtag BTB.
Yes, it's a hashtag BTB. But yeah, it started off with like who is this? I kind of writing Brie, I think it is. I'm not sure. I just need to know whether or not people complained about the similarities between how teleportation was written in Wheel of Time and how depicted in Star Trek Prologue specific, and whether it was changed forward due to such complaints. Brackets, if you can help. And I was like, I've never once compared
I've
the
never heard
traveling
that.
to transportation, like taking the transporters in Star Trek. Never once made that connection. And then chat goes on, like the replies in that go on. I had multiple
It's actually a
prompts
pretty
on my
big
phone.
conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, I was, it just kept going. Like I woke up the next day and it was still going. I'm like, I have nothing to add to this conversation that has not already been said. So
This
yeah.
one, just to give you guys the gravity of this one pulled Daniel, our own Amin Khan Mahale, who never gets on Twitter. It pulled him. He made a comment on it.
Yeah, that's true. Like Malkier King was in there, Glenn the geeky hippie. I always say that wrong. I always say gleeky hippie for some reason. Yeah, we were getting like screenshots from the books. We were getting clips from wikis, all sorts of bits and pieces, just trying to explain, like, it's not the same fucking thing. But yeah, this person was, I don't know. It was, they wouldn't leave it known. They were like, this is, I think this way or that's why. And I'm like, yeah.
I feel like I feel like the points that they made weren't really playing into what their original claim was.
Yeah.
They were like, well, it is similar to teleportation in the beginning. It's not, though. The air shimmered around him and he stepped through. It's like, no, that's him stepping through something. That's him moving across time and space, which I guess technically teleportation is moving across time and space, but the methodologies are completely different. And when you start talking about people's understanding of the true power and the one power and the true sort, whatever, it doesn't really compare.
No,
it's apples and oranges.
Yeah, Malkier King has put a good descriptor in, and we kind of talked about this in the pre-show because this came up randomly just as chatting away. But first time I've ever heard of it. There is no teleportation in what quotations around teleportation.
That's right.
Perhaps the gateway imagery may seem similar to that of a person teleporting, but in Wheel of Time, no one has ever been molecularly dismantled and remantled elsewhere. I like that, remantled. That's a good phrase.
Remantled.
Yes, their bodies stay whole and require no mantling. I like this. Mantle is good.
That's a new word, and I'm in for it.
Yeah, I'm down for it too. But yeah, and I that's the key bit there for me. And this person just sort of carried on being like, oh, but this, oh, but that, oh, but this bit and that bit. And I'm like, no. So, and then I see deleted tweets. Okay, now because I'm going back through the threads.
Yeah, no, the person who originally brought it up went through and deleted some because I think at some point in time people got a little testy.
I can believe that. That happens occasionally, doesn't it? So
it does, unfortunately.
We're all human. This happens. So
especially with something we're this passionate about. I mean, because if there's anything, it's when you get into these nerd and geeky fandoms and situations, you get a lot of people that are like very, very passionate about what they can do.
I had noticed Andrew's in the live chat.
Andrew is in the live chat. He is listening live.
He is listening live to BTB.
To his show.
I love it. Yeah. Andrew, you missed the start where we decided this is now a Black Tower bonus. And
it is hashtag BTB.
Yep. When you left, unfortunately, because of your internet, I love that. I finally made it live, guys. That's brilliant.
Yay!
Yay! When your internet crashed out on you, I became the host. Apparently, I don't know.
That's right. I called Rob in totally randomly, not
yeah.
planned in advance at all.
Yeah, so we are recording you a BTB episode. Daniel's going to turn up soon and be like, "Hey, y'all, what's going on?"
I feel like when it comes to the difference, like the key differences between teleportation and traveling, even the different methodologies of even like skimming, and you get it's very clearly laid out that there are, you're opening a gateway, you're opening something and walking across a space. You physically have to move. You don't have the galaxy moving around you. You're not being moved by an electromagnetic force of some kind, a quantum force of some kind.
Yeah.
You're moving yourself through a tunnel of your own making. So I think there's a real difference between the two. And I know some people can get in there and say, "Oh, well, it's semantics." I'm like, "Well, yeah, that's the whole point. That's the whole conversation."
Yeah, that is
Get
the
out
whole
here.
bit around, like it started with the similarities between them. I'm like, well, it's only similar as in you go from one space to another. It's how much time and what changes did your body go through in the process. So
we can even see possibly, like they were saying, the air shimmering around them. Okay, cool. I can see there's visual similarities, but the mechanics behind the two separate functions are completely different.
Yeah. Like Andrew said in the pre-show, the closest you get to it is the true power, where you kind of just pull the different place of the pattern around yourself.
Yes.
There's still no breaking down of your body into atoms and then rematerializing somewhere else. So remantling.
Your body,
remantling, that's the word.
Remantling. in teleportation, your body is completely deconstructed or dismantled and moved those particles through subspace to another area where you are reassembled or remantled, versus traveling or using a gateway where your body stays completely intact.
Mm-hmm.
There's no destruction or decomposition of your body, of yourself.
This is true. I don't even think when you take the whole Slayer and Perrin dipping in and out of the dream world thing, I don't even think that factors into it either, because there's no breakdown of body there. As you say, there's no atomization. I wanted to throw a fun word in there. No demantling of them. So
no demantling.
Yes.
I love that. No, I don't know. I like where it's going. I'm happy with it. I even love that the question was raised, because I like being able to dissect the little bits.
Yeah, who doesn't enjoy a bit of metaphysics occasionally?
Yeah, it's fun.
It is.
Fun. Where I'm not okay with is when someone's going to come in and start saying, "Well, no, you're wrong because," okay, no, you've lost the plot.
Unless they're throwing factual evidence at you, then I'm okay with being told I'm wrong. But when they're like, "You're wrong because I think this," unless the original thing was about your personal opinion, you stated something on like, this is, I'm seeing similarities here. Like, this is, I think, the author changed this. That's what we're arguing about. And now you're like, well, actually, no, you're not throwing facts at the internet. So, people aren't going to take you seriously. So
it's true. Well, and I think you bring up a really good point. Yes, I cannot tell you that your opinion is wrong. So if you say, in my opinion, I can't go, well, you're wrong because I don't think your opinion is right. I can say, here's an excerpt from Robert Jordan's notes where he outlines why your opinion is incorrect. Now, that's not to say your opinion sucks or I hate you or anything. I'm just saying, just pointing out that your opinion doesn't match the evidence that is being possessed. So you know what? Dude out there who posted that, if you want to
dudette,
person out there who originally posted that claim, if that's your headcanon and you feel like that's what happened, you know what? Cool. You live your best life, man.
Yep, I agree. If you want to make that headcanon for yourself, that's great. I love a bit of headcanon. That's what I do for my podcast is, let's talk random crazy ideas. So, headcanon is living its best life there. But,
True.
there's a very difference between canon and headcanon. And
It's true.
You got to make sure you make that distinction. And if you're talking right, my headcanon is canon, well, you're going to get tripped up. So,
and I feel like I feel like there's a certain balance too when you're writing a book, or when you're writing a story rather. There is plot line, there's foundation, right? There's the world building, there's magic building, there's rules that are involved in this world that you've created. And as you write, really good writers, really great writers will abide by these rules as the rules that they set for themselves. They will abide by these rules as they progress through the story, and it makes it, just amazing. And when you get stories that are more poorly written, it's because people say, this is how it is, except for this time, except for this time, except for this. It's one of the reasons I can't stand Bleach, the cartoon Bleach. It's like, this technique takes 400 years to learn how to do. Oh no, we don't have 400 years. Good, because I have a method where you could learn it in 3 days, but it's very dangerous. And it's like, everybody would do the 3-day one. Everybody would do the 3-day one.
Yeah. It's okay to break the rules occasionally. Did I say that like Daniel would say it? Like, to be fair,
to be fair,
you can break the rules occasionally, but if you do it too much, it's not good.
It's if you do it too much, it's like, why do you have the rules in the first place? Exactly. And then the story just begins to unravel, and it's just not enjoyable.
This is the way.
This is the way.
I don't know. I'm just throwing out
that
random
is
things
true.
Now. So since Andrew is on a 2-hour hiatus, apparently, poor Andrew, that really sucks, man. I'm genuinely. You can get in on Zooms on your phone, but you can't be in the live chat on your phone as well.
Can't do both. Yeah, we learned that one the hard way.
Oh yeah, that is hard. Okay,
we learned that lesson the hard way.
Shall we?
We had Dane Bornhold on one of our shows. And he was like, "Oh, I can't do both." And we were like, "Okay, well, we'll do one and not the other." And we tried to come up with like a nice like workaround where everybody could do it, and it just not. It recorded one audio track, and we needed 4.
Yeah, I record my first time reader, and he has poor hardware in terms of tech, so I just be like, hop in the chat in Discord, and I'll use OBS to record my mic and the computer sounds, and nice. I get a single line of audio, but it's just the 2 of us, so it's not, we don't talk over each other a lot and such. But yeah, I can imagine that would be tough with you 3 chatty guys and then guests as well. So yeah.
it can be a bit of a challenge, yes, sometimes. Well, but I will say this, it's creative thought that matters most, right? So if you want to say like, oh yeah, it's teleportation and traveling are the same, or at least they were, and then he changed it to make it blah blah blah. Okay, like I said, I can go with that.
Yeah,
I can go with that if that's your headcanon.
Yeah, I can get the vibes, like the shimmering, like we said earlier, and things like that. I can understand the idea behind it.
If you're going to make the claim, you better have an interview. You better have a time where Robert Jordan was like, you know what? I was writing the story, and I got to a point where I was like, oh my God, this is way too much like Star Trek. Like I need to change this. And I know there are people who are much better researchers than I am. But I Googled it. I was like, oh, Robert Jordan, I looked through some stuff. Never once did I see him say. And again, the only thing I could find were, firsthand witness accounts of people going, so, Mr. Jordan, and trying to ask him these zinger questions. And he responds by dismissing it and just being like, yeah, you need to get laid.
Yeah.
Like he's actually said that. And I feel like if someone were to come up to him and say, I think that Star Trek is the same, and he'd just be like, yeah, whatever. You need to get out of the house,
folks. So Aman Khan Mahal has arrived.
Yeah,
chat. Yay!
The Aman Khan Mahal has landed.
Welcome.
He's
Tonight
coming
I
in,
shall
though.
be playing the part of the Bajan Mahal. I cannot do an Andrew voice.
Apparently.
So Daniel,
nobody
welcome
can.
to the BTB, the Black
Oh.
Tower bonus,
Oh.
because Andrew's internet died and will not be back for at least another 90 minutes.
And Daniel is
It
frozen.
also appears that Daniel's internet
My
is
God,
dead
what is going on tonight?
The taint. The taint take us all.
Yeah, my internet just died for a second too. But I'm back now.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Andrew,
Guess
please
who's
cancel
back?
that bubble of evil you said.
Back again.
Yeah.
Daniel's back. Tell
Back
a friend.
again.
Daniel just needs to sign into the Discord now so that everybody else can hear it.
Yes.
Oh yeah, fuck.
I also
fuck,
like Snakes and
fuck,
Fox's comment,
fuck,
by the way.
Fuck.
That was a lot of fucks, Daniel.
Great.
Snakes and
Now we're
Fox's
not going to be able to
comment-
monetize this episode.
Yeah. I mean, you couldn't anyway. I'm here. So
I mean, that's true.
Snakes and Foxes. I like how his problem with was traveling looks too much like Star Trek, but he's got no problem with pulling a sword from the stone. That should be the
Right.
bonus. That let's just get as many comparisons as we can. So we've got Star Trek transporters.
Okay.
We've got sword from the stone. So
All
does
right.
that make Rand King Arthur, basically, doesn't it? So
No, it makes Rand
Yes.
King.
No,
No,
it
because
makes
he doesn't pull it from the stone.
it doesn't matter. No, that's not true. He does pull it from the stone. He doesn't pull
Well,
it from the
yeah.
stone in the stone, but he
He
does
pulls
pull
it from the
stone.
air in the
Yes,
stone.
Yeah.
exactly.
But
he pulls it
Narishma
from the stone.
Actually pulls it from the stone.
oh
Yes.
yes. Oh, so
That's
Narish. Okay, right. So does that? So who put the sword in the not in Wheel of Time, but in Arthurian
Merlin
legend? Is it Merlin?
Merlin.
So that make Rand
Yeah.
as Merlin then?
Sort of.
Kinda.
Kinda.
Like you're not wrong, but also
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm gonna make the claim right now. Rand is Merlin.
Hey, come on. Rand has magical
no,
powers.
Moraine is Merlin. What
He's
the-
magical. No, Moraine
It's not
can't be
about-
Merlin. Moraine's a girl.
I will come through the screen and end you.
I think we've established your internet is not good enough for that tonight, Daniel. So
Whoa! All right. I didn't say I wouldn't get trapped in internet in Riyadh, but
oh, I love chat. You're not wrong. But you're also not right either, Rob. Yeah.
yeah.
You're not wrong. You're just an
Well, it's-
asshole.
Well, the answer is no one was doing a direct parallel, and therefore the answer is always going to be not always, but whenever you're comparing characters, you're going to be a little right and a little wrong. Because again, Rand is a little bit King Arthur, but also guess who else is a little King Arthur? Arthur Hawkwing.
I honestly expected a joke to come there because I don't know
No.
why. I just felt that you were going
No.
to tell us a joke, and I was like, "Who's a tiny or like a tiny King Arthur?" I was expecting someone really short to be mentioned, and I
Over.
was like, yeah, exactly something like that. But I couldn't think of anything
but-
funny. Sorry.
But yeah, no, it's the like Moraine has a little Merlin. Once Rand comes into his own, he's got a little Merlin. Like Perrin isn't actually Thor because he doesn't actually kill like any giants or do whatever, but he's also got a hammer and he doesn't do anything
Big
with
hammer.
lightning. Those are the Aes Sedai. But like again, it's all like that's why this story isn't just
I'm
Robert
going to
Jordan's
fight you on the
take
lightning.
on Arthur, on King Arthur and the Knights
Shit.
of Camelot. It's a lot of different. You're gonna fight me on what?
I'm on the
Fight him on the lightning.
Yep.
All right.
So
Ding, ding, ding.
yeah, here we go. When he starts hitting
Round
Shadow
one.
Spawn with the hammer, like a blue light type situation happens, doesn't it?
So there's our
No.
Lord of the Rings
Since
tie-in.
when?
I'm sure there was like, hit me up here, chat. Come on, hit me up, help me up. I don't
No,
know,
what he
so-
does
help do
is
something.
he hits a Trolloc and the Trolloc sizzles. I don't know.
Oh, is this sizzling? Okay. For some reason, I imagined light with that, perhaps then.
Oh
This
yeah,
sizzles.
no. When he starts killing Trollocs with the hammer, it like is very special, and it's like cleric running around hitting undead with a maul because there's like heavenly damage coming out of it, but it's not like fucking lightning. It's not like he's calling lightning from.
Well,
the sky.
okay. I wasn't expecting, MCU style stuff, but like,
Yeah,
there
well,
was there was a bit of a sizzle, it was a sizzle enough for
Yeah,
me anyway. So
there's a sizzle. There's a
all right,
sizzle.
so I'll give you no, I'm not fighting you on the lightning, but I'll give you kind of like to be fair. How's that?
To be fair, to be fair,
I will say one other common comparison is Matt has
And
very
Odin.
large similarities to Odin.
yes, the one eye.
I love how Andrew put in chat what I thought you were going to say.
To a lot of things.
Harry carries he's father to a lot. That's Loki.
I'm fairly certain
he's like
that
the
Matt
love
doesn't
child
actually
between
know
Loki
all
and
of his
Odin.
Kids.
Matt can be summed up with Loki and Odin. Like he's
Loden?
the love child. Loden.
Well,
He's
seeing
loaded.
as how in the
Or
original Norse mythology and not all of the MCU stuff and whatnot, Loki and Odin are brothers. That really just makes like Matt the magical mesh between them.
Did you just tell me that MCU isn't like honest to God?
It's not
Norse
actual Norse mythology.
Oh my
No.
God. Sorry, I'm feeling extra sassy tonight, apparently. Sorry.
Well, it's also interesting because
No,
there's
well,
this
and
great show
when you
on
want to start talking
Netflix
about
that's actually Norwegian as well, and it's called Ragnarok.
Oh, that's a fun one.
And it is. It's a good show. And even in that show, neither Thor or Loki is actually children of Odin, but they're also brothers. But it also like talks about the actual Norse mythology that like they're supposed to be uncle and nephew, but they're totally just brothers in the show. And you're just like, Jesus, can nobody get this shit right? Like, come on.
But as long as Cap gets the hammer in the end, I'm okay with the fact they didn't get the fact they're brothers correct. Okay, so yeah.
No. And that scene was amazing.
I also love when they're holding the wrong ones, and then Thor looks at him and he's like, "That one's mine," and he tosses the axe to him, and then he throws the hammer back.
Yeah, no, I like the similarities. I like the legends.
Are we
and
doing
did
another episode on this? Yeah.
No,
do an
well,
episode
we're
on
just
this?
doing like
yeah, but this time we're arguing
bonus.
about it. This time we're arguing
yeah.
about it.
I think we
I think we're trying to
mostly
listen
in
lots of
agreement
things, weren't
last
we, as
time.
opposed to just as opposed to stick on the MCU, as if we were going to do lots of
Yes.
Today is Fubar, yes.
Yes, today.
So
is.
what
Today
other
is
comparisons do we
complete
have?
foobar.
What were we talking about? What was the actual topic?
The
Just for
actual
real
episode for tonight was supposed to be the terms of the Dragon's Peace.
Oh yeah. The controversial pieces of it. Yeah.
Well, it was we were gonna outline what those terms were and how they
Yes.
arrived there. And
Sure.
we actually did research for this episode. That's
Right?
what we did. We cursed ourselves by researching it. Damn it, Andrew.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, me.
Well, we did joke that you sent us a bubble of evil because you weren't here. So
That's true. We said Daniel's running late, so he sent a bubble of evil.
So we can't start without
apparently
it.
To stall
not.
us.
Either that or I'm way more powerful than I thought. Because if I had sent one, it was only supposed to fuck him up until I got here. Like, come on.
Apparently, his internet company did not get that memo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they
fuck
got
those
fuck him.
guys.
They got fuck him up, and then the page stops, and they didn't get the next line, which a little bit. So yeah. So.
I do really love that image of the kid trying to osmose the knowledge.
Right. Try to get
into
all
his
the
brain.
information from the book and just
Yeah.
I'm learning.
And of course,
You're not.
everybody's like, you're not actually reading it. Therefore, there is a way to do what you're doing, but you have to use your eyeballs instead of your handballs. Yeah.
Oh God. wrong balls, yes.
You're using the wrong balls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fill me up with your knowledge. What,
knowledge.
Daddy?
Daddy. Daniel's handballs. Hashtag Daniel's handballs.
I feel like we could just
Oh
sit
my
here,
God.
like, words, Rob.
Just
We
noodle.
could sit here all night just regurgitating what chat types in, and it would like just be
Just
hilarious,
noodling.
wouldn't it? You know.
I mean,
that
you're not
that's
wrong.
a solid episode idea.
It is. Even though at the same time, like, again, if we don't give them fodder, there is definitely some truth in the, like, there's less to respond to. But at the same time, they do a very good job. We have very good
See,
patrons.
we are
appreciate
merely-
the shit out of
we
them.
are merely blank canvases.
Well,
Paint upon us.
Sexy Morshadi has thrown out a comparison here. So Lord of the Morning / Morning Star, First Among Servants / First Among Angels. So Lutheran
Lucifer.
is Lucifer.
Yes.
And then it was
We
obviously
made that comparison before.
We have. Well, we
Yeah,
were citing
that
the,
was like
the
our
TV
last-
show Lucifer.
Well, that was part of it,
Yeah.
but
good.
it was the accurate biblical comparison that turned into the fun one. Not necessarily just, oh, well, Luz Theron's hot, like Tom Ellis. Like it was actually accurate.
I mean, that's the way to go, isn't it? You start serious and then you make it funny. So
Yeah, no,
You know?
exactly. Honestly, since it's not gonna be for actually, I guess it's probably even like starting in season 2. I would be totally happy if Tom Ellis just plays Luz Theron Telemon. I think that would be fucking great.
Well, Tom Ellis is great. So I mean,
Exactly. That's why I'm
if he
like,
played
I would
anything,
be
I'd
down.
be happy with that.
And
Yeah.
you would just get his cheeky ass British accent in the whole like Lucid, kill them all.
nothing wrong with the cute British accent.
Like, I don't even want him angry. I want him to play it just like normal Lucifer the whole time. Just like he can channel, kill him,
Do
kill
you know what
them
you
all.
desire? You desire to kill them.
What is it you truly desire?
I'm enjoying these British accents.
You
so this is brilliant.
desire to
I'm sure
kill
you
them
are.
all. Or we could have fucking the guy from Kingsman. And he could be like
Egerton.
Egerton, yes.
Yes, I honestly thought you
and
meant
he could come in.
Mr. Pride and Prejudice, whose name eludes me right now.
Darcy?
Yes. Yeah.
Mr. Darcy.
Yeah,
Mr.
I
Darcy.
honestly thought you meant him, and then you're like
No.
Taron. I'm like, oh, Taron. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, bring a
no.
little Easter
Taryn,
egg.
and he would come in and be like, "Oi, Rand, you go kill him in it."
Yeah.
Oi, bruv, what are you doing?
We want to sort that out, Gaffer.
Manners maketh man. I tell you
I
what.
do want to sort that out. All right, gents, I gotta run. I've had some
What?
things pop up over here that I've got to take care of.
What?
So I know. It's not ideal. It's not ideal for me either. Trust me, I would much rather be here.
Well, good.
Are we tying up the BTB then?
We might be.
No,
Are
you
we
guys go.
recording
You guys keep going.
elsewise?
You guys keep going.
Are we actually gonna do the episode, or are we just gonna shoot the shit?
We're not
and
doing the
just
episode.
gonna-
This is a BTB.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay, so are we gonna?
So-
We'll talk later.
Yeah, we'll talk later.
So thanks
We
for
gotta get
joining
everything.
us on this BTB episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please join in
Indeed.
next time, where we will be talking about today's prime topic that we decided not to do just because it was fun.
Yeah.
I have
Have a good
been
night, Josh.
Rob, the stand-in host of the Zoom.
Right. Well,
He
if
was
you get
Josh, but
kicked-
he's left.
Yeah, if you get kicked, I think it'll default to me, which is nice.
Well,
Then we'll
I'm the
actually
host.
have yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It defaulted to you because you just host it knows.
It knows.
It knows
It
that
knows.
if there's a Wheel of Time thing, that's why it kicked Andrew. It was too confused. It was like, wait a second, Rob's here, but he's not hosting? No, get the fuck out of here. Andrew, you done.
Yeah. I love Josh putting Malkier Talks takes over the Black Tower. That's the episode title right there. I like it. So
There we go. I like it.
that's hilarious. So right. Well, thank you
Well,
so much.
how are you doing? Rob,
I'm
I
doing
didn't
good.
get the intro stuff, so hi.
Hi. Well,
Wanna,
the
you
intro
wanna
was
just shoot
like
the shit a little bit
a
more,
minute in, and then yeah, like hell broke loose. So
right?
I love it. No, I'm doing good, man. I've had a long 14 days at work, but I'm on a few days off now. And
Hey,
yeah,
nice. That's
I was
excellent.
I was
What do you do
praying for
again officially? I mean, like
officially.
obviously.
What do I
Sorry,
do?
not officially.
What do I do that pays the bills?
Paid. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Professionally.
Yeah, I run a kitchen in a pub. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, it's
That's
I
fun.
moved back to an old
Well,
place
that,
where I
you
used to
know,
work at, and I have zero stress in my job now. So even though I just did
Excellent.
14 days straight, I did not feel stressed about it at any point.
That
So,
is fantastic.
mhm.
Well, that is nice. Yeah, they we're just starting to slow down at the restaurant I work in, but for the last month and a half, it's been basically just like, oh, I'm sorry, like I know that you want a day off, but there aren't days off because we're so short staffed. And I was like, all right, this is just how this is gonna be then.
Yeah, I mean it's not so bad when the pay packet comes in, but at the time
Of
you're just
course,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So
Nice.
right,
Well,
yeah.
that's excellent.
So it looks like we need
Awesome.
to reorganize this then, doesn't it?
Reorganize.
The recording.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely get it together. I know that you're a busy lad, but we'll make it happen.
We'll make it happen. It's fine. So I'll do a sign off for Andrew. Like, what does he
There
normally
we
do?
go.
I forget. What does he normally do? Oh shit! I just because I keep wanting to do my own one, and that's not that's not gonna work.
Well, are you talking about the BTP sign off? Or
Yeah, I know you have
Andrew's
the end piece of
personally?
it, but like what he does, like
Yeah, I was gonna say.
yeah, I know you have the very end piece. So I don't. Thanks for joining us today. It's the Malkier Talks Tower podcast. As previously stated.
Is it Black Malkier Tower or is it
Oh God, what?
Malkier Tower?
The
Tower
no,
podcast?
welcome to the Black Tower Talks.
There we go. Black Tower Talks.
Yes.
I love it. Fuck yeah.
Yes, excellent. I love it. Oh, apparently we need to do plugs and condoms. Okay, so
we didn't talk about anything. We don't need condoms.
Yeah, we didn't. And well, we talked about them without putting on a condom. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Well.
Oops. But it's a bonus.
All right, here.
Yeah.
I'll do a little bit of a no, we've got spoiler.
No, there was
we
a spoiler one. Number
beginning.
5 was Hedsky pick number 5. So Andrew can edit that into the recording.
Excellent.
So that's fine.
That's perfect.
And he went to do plugs.
So I apologize to all of the Patreons who are not full spoiler.
Do we have any tonight?
That heard thing. I don't think so. I don't know if
the only one I don't recognize
have...
is Kindred Spirits. So
yeah, no, I think I'm pretty sure Kindred Spirit is also caught up. So I think we actually have everybody who has read the series. So nice. I don't think we actually spoiled anybody in person.
Andrew,
and as stated,
I'm recording direct to my computer. I'll send you the file.
Yes.
I wasn't sure how the cloud worked, so I hit record on this computer.
Yes, that was
got you covered, bro. So
excellent.
Yeah. So go check out Black Tower Podcast. Is it Black Tower?
BlackTowerPod.com.
Yeah. Andrew was talking about that before he disappeared. So check out that.
Yes.
Go check out the Crystal Barista.
Yes,
which is Rockpick on Facebook. No, where is it? Rockpick.
Yeah, Facebook.com/Rockpick, and then she's Crystal Barista on Twitter and her own website.
Yes,
she is the crystalbarista.com. As well.
I take in knowledge. I know the Rockpick.
You are very good at this. Yeah,
I'm trying.
You're doing well.
Yeah. So as previously stated, the Bajan Mahale graced us for maybe a moment.
I'm not the Bajan Mahale. I don't know why I'm waving. It's been a long day already.
The Suravan Mahale ducked out before he said goodbye. Officially. So
and then the Amin Khan Mahale came in after things got all fucked up. So there's that.
Yeah. And and I have been your Zumacon Mahale.
Ooh.
I'm going with that one. That works.
I like it.
And Daniel, if you'd like to sign us off.
Yes, and I have been Daniel, your Amin Khan Mahale, for the brief time I've been here. And thank you very much for joining us from all of us here at the Black Tower Talks. We hope that you are having a lovely morning for this bonus Black Tower Malkier Talks Mesh episode. We will definitely get this scheduled again so that we can legitimately talk about our topic.
Yeah, why not?
And in case we don't see you again, good afternoon, good evening.
Always watching, always
Love it.
running the show.
Such a mess.
That's great.
In the tower, you can bring your pain. In the tower, you can feel the strain. You've been having so much trouble just fitting